Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Haslett's 2000 Lady Vikings Gymnastics meet against Grand Leads. Um, Tonight's going to be a tough competition against these ladies.
The first event tonight is the vault. Haslett will begin.
The first event tonight is the vault. Haslett will begin. Sorry.
I'm sorry, there's been a change. Lisa Johnson will begin on vault with Courtney Van Dorpy on deck.
Lisa Johnson will be the first to perform the vault tonight.
Lisa's last score against Mason was a 7.3. She will be trying to better herself tonight with a higher score. Nice landing.
Up next for Haslett, Courtney Van Dorpy on deck, Chelsea Durgan.
Up next for Haslett is Courtney Van Dorpy. She has to qualify 2 more times to go to regionals in this event.
Ooh.
Much better landing.
Good job.
Go, Dirk!
Lisa's score was a 7.35.
Score for Lisa Johnson, 7.35. Up next for Haslett, Chelsea Durgan.
Up next for Haslett is Chelsea Durgan, who has qualified for regionals in this event. Last score versus Mason was an 8.1. Score for Courtney was a 7.80.
Oh, yeah! Score for Courtney Van Dorpy, 7.8. Up next for Haslett, Melissa Levy. On deck, Harmony Goldstein.
Up next for Haslett is Melissa Levy.
And on deck is Harmony Goldstein. Melissa has a high score of the season with an 8.15, which qualified her for regionals.
Score for Chelsea Durgan, 7.85. Up next for Haslett, Harmony Goldstein. On deck,
The
Michelle
score for
Lilly.
Chelsea Durgan was a 7.85 on the vault. And up next on the vault is Harmony Goldstein. Harmony Goldstein has already qualified for regionals with a high score of an 8.4.
Score from Melissa Levy was an 8.0.
Score for Melissa Levy, 8.0. Up next for Haslett. Up next for Haslett, Michelle Lilly. On deck for Grand Ledge, Laura Parrish.
Michelle Lilly is up next on the vault.
She has qualified for regionals in the vault. Has a high score of an 8.4. Score for Harmony Goldstein was an 8.15.
In the vault event, the highest score of the two jumps is taken and displayed.
Score for Harmony Goldstein, 8.15. Up next for Grand Ledge, Laura Parrish. On deck.
The score for Harmony Goldstein was an 8.15. Grand Ledge is up next with the vault, led off by Laura Parrish. Laura's been doing gymnastics for 4 years, and her favorite event is the bars.
Score for Michelle Lilly, 8.2.
The score for Michelle Lily's vault was an 8.2.
On deck, Kelly Masno.
Mhm.
On the vault right now is sophomore Lindsay King, who has been in gymnastics for 3 years.
Score for Laura Parrish is 7.95.
The score for Laura Parrish was a 7.95.
Up next for Grand Ledge is Kelly Maxwell.
Ooh, nice little flip there. A little trouble with the landing there, but overall pretty good. Something that we don't usually see here in high school gymnastics, but it's nice trying something new. It's good to see.
Lindsay King's score for vault was a 7.7. And up next for Grand Ledge is Aaron Flynn.
Aaron Flynn there, seeing real enthusiastic, warming up here for her next attempt at the vault. Checking the floor, getting her steps down. There you go, also a big twist there, very nice.
Aaron's been doing gymnastics for about 8 years, and she's a sophomore in high school currently.
I'm Chad Goldstein alongside Dave Stopwitz here, filling in, taking over for Kelsey Barnes. Did a great job for me here this afternoon.
Up next for Grand Ledge is Amy Schmidt.
Oh, real nice there. Adding was something we never see here. Grand Ledge is really trying a lot of new things here. Really fun to watch this tonight. There you go. Really stuck that one. A lot
Nice
nicer.
landing.
Score for Aaron Flynn, 8.6. Final gymnast on vault.
The score for Aaron Flint was an 8.6.
Up next for Grand Ledge, Angie, just stepping on now to the mat. A little extra speed there probably that she needed, but really made it look nice coming off the vault there.
Angela is a club competitor and probably one of the best members on the team of Grand Ledge. She's been practicing gymnastics for 15 years.
Yeah, really not afraid to try some of the new things here. Like we've been saying with a lot of the Grand Ledge competitors. And
8.65. That completes the vault for this evening.
Amy Schmidt got a 8.65 tonight on the vault.
Grand Ledge will go first. Aaron Flynn is
And
up.
we've just been informed that Grand Ledge is going to start us out on the next event, which will be the bars, I believe.
Let's go, Haslett.
Let's see as the meet progressed tonight. As the meet progressed, we seem to be getting more and more people, more students here filling the section. It's nice to see that at the Haslett Gymnastics meets. First couple years of the program, it was started a little slow, but I think as it's showing tonight by the amount of people in attendance, that as the girls get a little better, a little more experience, the size of the crowd here is definitely respecting that. We were just told that
And the score for Angela's vault was an 8.95.
and I believe that was the highest score received this evening on vault for Grand Ledge. Right. As we move over to the bars, the girls are going to be just got to recheck everything. They're going to set everything, set their dismount mats there, and get rolling while they move the judges' tables over. People you sometimes will occasionally see helping the judges. They're all managers coming over from the middle school, future gymnasts here at the high school, coming to help the girls. Just learning, always recruiting, I suppose, for the next seasons. Harmony Goldstein, Michelle Lilly, Chelsea Durgan, all those girls came up, started through the program in the middle school, and being strong competitors now at the varsity level. Obviously, it shows that
Scores after
getting them in here is helping.
34.50. Haslett 32.20.
Scores after one event: Grand Ledge 35 and Haslett 32. Still fairly close meet. Grand Ledge being the top competitor here in the gymnastics conference with Haslett. I'm sure Haslett's very pleased to be sticking it out here and really putting out a good show so far.
Aaron Flynn is first up on the bars.
Very nice, just not really stuck that. Nice. For all you here that are following the Haslett gymnastics schedule, their next home meet will be 1 week from today, and next Thursday, here in the old gym. And then you can come out here. It starts at 7 o'clock. Catch the action for yourself. And cheer them on there.
Next up on bars is Laura Parrish for Grand Ledge.
And she's been saluted by the judges.
This is Laura Parrish's favorite event. We'll see how she does. Nice dismount.
And I think the way you can see her team, they're cheering her on, really knowing, having a lot of respect for her there on the bars. And
The score for Erin Flynn was an 8.1 on bars.
Jordan Curtis on deck, Kelly Maxwell.
all right, Erin Flynn will be up next for the Grand Ledge Comets here, and as she gets herself ready and chalks up her hands to ensure the best possible grip on those bars. Next up for the Comets, Kelly Maxwell.
Score for Laura Parrish, 7.7. Up next for Grand Ledge, Kelly Maxwell.
The score for Laura Parrish was a 7.7.
7.7, and all the girls need here to qualify for regionals as an individual is a 7.0 on the bars, so that would be a qualifying score for her. 4 qualifying scores in any one event over the course of all the regular season competitions qualifies an individual for regionals. So I know for a lot of these girls, it's a big goal for them. So good job to her.
Kelly Maxwell has done a good job on bars so far.
Yeah, just finishing her routine there. Only a freshman for Grand Ledge.
Score for Jordan Curtis, 8.5.
The score for Jordan Curtis was an 8.5. Up next on the bars is Amy Schmidt.
Amy Schmidt, nice out over there, preparing for bars, just waiting for a cue from the judges, saying that they're ready after they finish recording.
This is Amy Schmidt's favorite event, and she'll be looking to top her score tonight here at Haslett High School. Amy Schmidt took a fall, but seems to be okay.
Score for Kelly Maxwell, 8.7. Up next for
The score for Kelly Maxwell was an
on deck
8.7.
Van Dorpen.
Shout out to the rest of the Grad Ledge team. Just waiting for the rest of their team to finish up here on the bars, and it has
Up on
started
bars
to warm
now
up.
is Courtney Van Dorpy. Her highest score in this event is a 7.4, and she needs one more qualifying score to go to regionals.
All right, once again here on the bars, we're looking for a score of a 7.0 for that qualifying score. So Trish will be looking for that fourth one tonight. She'll be the first one to go from Haslett, I believe, once we get over to Haslett side. It's Angela there, and as she finishes up, Haslett goes and takes her place over at the bar, starts setting their bars for their series or their rotation. Throughout the night here, the people just keep stopping in the gym here, checking out the gymnastics meet, how it's going. Correcting that assumption, Courtney Van Dorpy is going to be going first here on the bars. And, Lee Wasserman will be on deck, so she's going to start warming up here on the side. Courtney Van Dorp.
Once again, Courtney is looking for one more qualifying score to go to regionals.
Yeah, last week she just barely made that qualifying score. 7.05 is what she received actually earlier in this week, in the last meet against Mason here on the bars. So see if she can get near that. It's same judges they had that meet, and she's doing the same sequence then, I believe. So see if she can have similar results.
Up next on the bars is
Senior Lee Wasserman, she's taking her spot there and getting ready.
Up next for Haslett, Lee Wasserman. On deck, Harvey Goldstein. Score for Angela Cosgrove, 9.5.
9.5 for Andrew Cosgrove. You can hear the crowd's reaction to that. Very nice to see that high score here.
Lee Wasserman's current high score on the bars is a 5.05.
It seems to be pretty consistent around the 5 areas, and it's generally been increasing here every week and gradually improving to some extent there. So I'm sure she's looking to just increase on hers a little bit and just add a few chalk up a couple points tonight and see what you can do there. So let's take a watch.
The bars is a tough event to participate in. It works virtually every aspect of your body, so you've got to be in good shape if you want to get a high score in this event.
Good dismount there. Big smile from Lee Wasserman, and excited about that.
Yeah, Harmony.
Harmony's fan club has showed up.
The
Here
score
around here.
for Courtney Van Dorpy was a 7.1.
7.1, so that'll give her final qualifier for the bars, and she'll be on her way to regionals as an individual qualifier. And that puts her also qualifying then that in floor, so she'll be competing in now 2 events at the regional competition. That's Courtney Van Dorpy.
Harmony Goldstein is next up on bars, and she's looking for a qualifying score tonight to help her get to regionals.
Go, Harm.
Nice dismount.
Yeah. Harmony's cheering section showed up today and showing their support and sticking that dismount and really giving it her all there on that last one. And see her there consulting with Coach Marcy Durgan.
The score for Lee Wasserman was a 4.45.
Let's go, Chelsea.
Up next for Haslett is sophomore Chelsea Durgan. And, she's been competing in gymnastics for quite a while here. She was doing it since a young age, so always a fun one to watch, Chelsea.
Tonight she's trying to top a score of 8, which she made in Mason last week.
Really sticking that one and showing maybe the little cheerleader aspect over there with that smile and throwing the hands up. And a lot of enthusiasm coming out of Chelsea.
Let's go, Mitchell.
5.2. The last gymnast on bars, Michelle Lilly for Haslett.
Yeah, Michelle!
And Michelle Lilly, probably a similar fan club here as we hear it behind us. Fans getting a little excited for her. And, Harmony Goldstein score on the bars, 5.2. And I do believe that is her highest score that she has received on the bars, so she's got to be excited with that. Got to be pleased with that performance. Michelle Lilly. Again, a very nice dismount. And Michelle showing a lot of fluidity in her routine as she just flowed there from one bar to the other and really made it look graceful up there on the bars, which David earlier pointed out. A very difficult event. Got a lot of body strength there and just really making it look easy. As we just were told, Chelsea Durgan got a 7.55 on the bars. Chelsea has already qualified in the bars for Haslett as an individual, and that score also would be considered a qualifying one, but she's already got her fourth, so. So now as we move over to the beam, girls are starting to warm up. Looks like Courtney Van Dorpy might be going first as she is now on the beam, rehearsing for hers. And right now in the bottom corner of your screen on the right side there, you can see the managers bringing over the mats and just taking care of the things so that the gymnasts can warm up and they can just kind of focus on their routine and not really have to worry about the other things in the meet. And like I said, it's good exposure for the program. Michelle Lilly scores 7.55. That was on the bars just moments ago. Similar to Chelsea, she is also qualified already on the bars, and the score would be.
Michelle Lilly, 7.5.
Oh, we just got just informed of a correction here. 7.5 for Michelle Lilly. So.
Right now, Grand Ledge is warming up for the beam, which is a strong event for them.
And as the judges set up, we're getting some final tabulations, running totals after 2 events. So we'll keep you posted on that as we get them here.
Team score for the uneven bars. Haslett 27.35, Grand Ledge 35.1. Running score after 2 events, Haslett Lady Vikings 59.55, Grand Ledge Comets 69.60.
And for those of you that didn't catch that, after 2 events, Haslett has 59.55, and Grand Ledge has 69.60, as you can see there on the graphics there. As we move over the beam, Haslett seems to be doing a little bit behind their typical pattern here. Last couple weeks, usually about 29 on the bars, but a little low today. See how Courtney does here. Lucky there, you hear the enthusiasm of the crowd trying to keep her back in here. Courtney really shows a lot of deliberacy in all of her moves. Forceful action, very strong competitor.
When they go to the next one, take a break, so we'll be right back. So we can go to commercial.
All right, good dismount there by Courtney Van Norby, and good from the crowd there, getting people in it. Harmony Goldstein up for the Vikings, and next up for Grand Ledge will be Jordan Curtis. Right now, TV25, we're going to take a quick break for you, and we'll be back here with more Viking gymnastics right after this event, right before we go to the floor. So. Harmony Goldstein, she's now on deck for Haslett, so just getting her warm-up in, getting out the jitters there, looks like. Staying focused for her routine. And as she consults with her teammates, we're getting a chance here to watch Jordan Curtis from Grand Ledge do her bar beam routine. Sounds like she's got a small training section here, too.
Jordan Curtis is a junior at Grand Ledge, and she has been in gymnastics for about 13 years.
It really does take quite a bit of tremendous amount of skill here, a lot of practice to be able to keep all that balance on that 4-inch width beam there. I see Jordan here is really displaying her practice and her skill with moves like this, where it's really a lot of control.
Wow. Nice move.
Unlucky there with the dismount. Salutes the judges and applauds by the crowd.
Score for Courtney Van Dorpy, 6.55. Up next,
The score for Courtney Van Dorpy was a 6.55. And up next on the beam is Harmony Goldstein.
right, just Laura Parrish there working on her dismount. She'll be going after Harmony Goldstein. Her and Shelley now setting the springboard for Harmony's mount onto the beam. Maybe noticed in the background there's some music playing, just a little something to break the silence when the girls are on the beam. There's probably keeps them in focus rather than distracts them. Just allows them not to be quite as nervous and lets them relax. No, Harmony Goldstein, she's really into the music and probably helps her relax quite a bit. Nice mount there. Well, lucky there. She's not gonna be too happy about that, but she puts on a big smile and hops back on, keeps trying. Showing her straight there, fighting with the beam, and there you go, very nice.
Good recovery by Harmony Goldstein.
Prayers for the dismount here, and unlucky to stick in that.
Dismount, but otherwise good job.
But nonetheless, your cheering section has decided to show up and still encouraging her.
The score for Jordan Curtis was a 7.9.
Laura Parrish on deck for Haslett, Lee Wasserman.
All right, as Lee Wasserman warms up here for her beam routine.
Laura Parrish is up next on the beam.
Lee Wasserman is one of the co-captains this year on the team, senior. Close up there of Laura Parrish, just getting out those last minute jitters and really focusing up, salutes the judges and prepares for her mounting. Really showing her control there, and you can see that the crowd appreciates that. Applause her accordingly.
The amount of balance needed for this event is incredible.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that standing on the ground, let alone on that 4-inch beam. So really a great deal of respect here for these ladies tonight. The amount of time and effort they must put into this, not only during the gymnastics season, but many of them all year long, just to refine their skills for this these moments just today. with the dismount and stuck it in very nicely. Lower Parrish.
Score for Harmony Goldstein, 6.6.
Harmony Goldstein received a score on the beam of 6.6. Probably a little lower than typical from her normal scores there, but she's probably still smiling. So Aaron Flynn warming up here for the Comets of Grand Ledge. We apologize there if you may have lost audio out there, but I know I did. So here we go with Lee Wasserman and see her beam routine. Again, the beam really gives the students a chance to demonstrate their control if they have, and the judges are really looking for that. Lee Wasserman salutes the judges. Applause from the crowd. On the beam now warming up for Haslett is senior Melissa Levy. She's on deck.
Score for Laura Parrish is 7.8.
The score for Laura Parrish was a 7.8.
Up next for Grand Ledge, Aaron Flynn. On deck for Haslett, Melissa Levy.
That's 7.8 there for Laura Parrish. That is a qualifying score for the individual competition. For the Comets of Grand Ledge, Aaron Flynn. There's a sophomore. And this is
her favorite event.
favorite event. Salute from the judges and Aaron Flynn. Aaron demonstrating maybe some of her dance moves there on the beam, showing her grace, agility. Yeah, I would venture to say that this music here is really helping her, and she I see her getting into the music here. So struggles for a moment there with the beam, just smiles and hops back on. Do the dismount there and pulls it up, splits, jogs off the mat.
Score for Lee Wasserman, 7.65.
Score for Lee Wasserman was a 7.65.
Grand Ledge, Amy Schmidt.
She is already qualified on the beam. However, that is an increase from earlier this week, Mason's, so she's got to be happy with that, just continually increasing her score. Senior Melissa Levy there, seen setting up her springboard here for mounts onto the beam. Help there from Lisa Johnson. After a little rough start there, but Lessons is hopping back on. And lots of height off those. That's nice. Melissa Levy, and her high score is against the Sexton Eastern meet. She got an 8.4 there. So
Next for Grand Ledge, Amy Schmidt. On deck for Haslett, Chelsea Durgan.
The score for Aaron Flint's was an 8.0.
up next is Amy Schmidt, but before she goes, Chelsea will get to do her warm-up and prepare for hers.
Again, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out to support our Lady Vikings, and we hope to see a bigger crowd for the next meet.
Once again, that next meet is next Thursday here at home. So, or at least the next home meet here. So, definitely get some more students out for that. And there have been occasional students in here all night just coming and checking out, supporting their fellow students. I'm sure the girls appreciate that, and obviously showing their respect for their hard work. All right, Amy's up. Apparently commonly referred to as Mo by her teammates, as I'm hearing here.
Amy Schmidt is on the beam right now. She is a freshman. She's been practicing for 10 years. And so far, those 10 years have really paid off.
Oh, awesome
Excellent
dismount there. Gives me a little chill there when they always do that initial close to the beam, and lots of accuracy there, and she knew what she was doing. So
Score for Melissa Levy was a 7.0.
Miss Levy has already qualified on the beam, so she will be going to regionals as an individual for that. We've just seen tons of improvement here by the Haslett Lady Vikings in the past few years of the program, and if it's any sign of years to come, it should be a great thing to keep watch of and keep track of as the team progresses and as these young students, Chelsea and Harmony and Michelle, the ones that aren't going to be graduating, and various others as they go through the program. So it should be interesting to keep an eye on that.
On beam now is Chelsea Durgan.
A little surprised this evening. Typically from the Haslett gymnasts, we tend to see a cheerleading section as they do their cheers and rants and raves for their teammates here, but a little quiet tonight. So let's see if maybe Chelsea can get them fired up. For a sophomore, Chelsea really seems to show a mature composure up there on the beam. So it's a nice shot of the quality roofing here at the high school gym. It's a very nice lighting job. really stuck that in. Throws out her arms, and big smile on her face as always from Chelsea.
Score for Amy Schmidt, 8.35.
The score for Amy Schmidt was an 8.35.
Maxwell on deck for Haslett, Michelle Lilly.
Up next for Grand Ledge is Kelly Maxwell.
And as she gets herself together here and just goes over last-minute preparations and finalizations, Michelle Lilly's going to take to the beam and get herself together.
It is important to keep your composure in this event.
Oftentimes, the teams choose to have their best competitors on each event go towards the end of the rotation. So hopefully these last two will be a treat to watch and see some things to look forward to here. So. Tons of control here. We are seeing a lot of things that we haven't seen earlier in the evening. Just demonstrated with lots of accuracy and precision.
And timing.
And as she dismounts, tons of applause from both Haslett and Grand Ledge fans. And really interesting thing about gymnastics is since they are just competing, as they are competing against each other, but in addition to competing against themselves to better their scores and qualify for regionals as individuals and as a team. So it's always something that I just really nice about gymnastics. You see the teams as they bring snack for each other and they're just really supportive of each other and enjoy seeing each other do well. So while they are in competition, it's a real camaraderie here between the girls, and gets kind of the fans into it as well, and they can respect them for that.
Up on beam now is Michelle Lilly.
Michelle Lilly, the final competitor for the Haslett rotation, and her fan club is showing up again. Really is really a strong competitor here at the beam. She recently placed 8th out of 60 competitors at the Jackson Invitational, and that's a real accomplishment there to be pleased with. I'm sure the entire Haslett program is very proud of her, what she did there, and showing why she placed 8th there with this routine here.
Good dismount.
Good
Strong
dismount,
performance by Michelle.
Score for Kelly Maxwell, 9.1. final gymnast on beam for Grand Ledge.
And the score for Kelly Maxwell would be a 9.1.
Angela is now preparing for her run at the beam. She will be the last competitor for the beam competition. After that, we will be moving to the floor competition. Without a doubt, probably most everyone here's favorite as the music and the dance kind of all come together for one competition. But before we get to that, let's check out Angela here on the beam. You hear the crowd here above me commenting on just the accuracy of the way she does those backflips there, lunging into them, and without even being able to see the bar as she lands, and just really nailing them with accuracy. The dismount, salutes, and again, tons of applause from everyone here in attendance. And as we make our way over to the floor competition, let's get
The score for Michelle Lilly was an 8.55.
Next event is floor. Each girl can take
She's
two
already
passes
qualified
to
for the
the
beam,
warm-up.
but that is another
First,
qualifying score.
Grand Ledge will be Crystal Kemp on deck for Haslett Lee Wasserman.
All right, as the girls prepare to take their corners and do a couple runs, passes on the floor, we're going to take a quick break here for TV25, and we'll join you back again for the exciting floor routines sure to come. Thank you. All right, and we're back now for the conga floor routine of Crystal Kemp. Midway through progress here, so. Was Crystal Kemp. And as we make our way through the rotation of the floor events, Haslett will be up next.
Haslett Lee Wasserman on deck for Grand Ledge, Aaron Flynn.
Up next for Haslett is Lee Wasserman.
Haslett running score here. Haslett 90.80, Grand Ledge 104.4. It's after 3 events. And as we make our way through the floor events, Settle the final scores here of the meet. Once again, teams are looking for 118 points as a team to qualify for regionals as a team. I believe both teams here have done that already. But that's pretty much just like the starting goal here. So we've had a change in the rotation. Harmony Goldstein will now be up next for Haslett. She consults her coach there. See behind her the pink balloon, kind of become a little symbol of the Haslett Gymnastics team, as they last year kind of brought some pink balloons with them to the regional competition and have lost them in that event. And now it's just kind of a thing to have this large pink balloon that they can all keep a good eye on. And it's a symbol of their success, kind of floating high there behind Harmony Goldstein. There we go. There's the team we know doing the cheers and firing up their teammates. And
There's a lot of fan support up there.
a lot of fan support. There we go. Got the Harmony fan club. And there we go as they silence down to let her have the concentration she deserves for her floor routine here.
Nice move.
Fans are really getting into this one here with the Mamba music, and they got a Latin flavor to it. So Harmony's showing her dance moves here, dance skills. And the showmanship there, as you can see, when she makes it around here, and you can catch that smile. There we go.
Always important to have that smile.
There we go. She prepares for a big pass here. Back handspring, back handspring. There we go. Up and smile. Really see the energy put into that routine, and still enough left for the smile at the end and the jog off. So.
Score for Crystal Kemp, 7.0. Up next for Grand Ledge, Aaron Flynn.
And just announced the score for Crystal Kemp, 7.0, so should be there. And then and Aaron Flynn is going to be up next for Grand Ledge. So she prepares. Harmony Goldstein, reminiscing perhaps about the past few minutes, her floor routine, the good, the bad. Lee Wasserman will be next up for the Vikings. And this isn't really an unusual thing here, having the gymnast wait for the music. They'll get it queued up. It's all on different tapes, and try to make sure it's right on the first take. The judges have saluted her. She salutes back, takes her spot. Little shot there of the tail end of the Haslett team. Another catchy, upbeat kind of tune here. Kind of crowd really appreciates, so. Layouts there. And showing some skill on that last pass. So. this gym really resonates the sound here from the floor routine. So we're getting this here full force. If you'd like to experience that sound, be here next Thursday. So we pump it through again as another home meet. Dramatic ending there. Finish it off there. You may be wondering why you haven't heard these songs before on the radio or where they get these songs at. I know that a lot of them send away. Companies do songs, especially for these gymnastics floor routines. Big part of that is because none of the routines can have any sort of vocals in them. So you need to find a fun music, a live with energy sort of song that does not have any vocals in it. So right there you see the score for Harmony Goldstein, 7.1. And up from earlier this week, that score is, so when she got a 6.75 against Mason. So hopefully she'll be pleased with that. Excuse me, up now for Haslett is Courtney. Courtney typically seems to be a enjoyer of the country music, and we usually see that represented in her floor routine. So take a gander tonight, see if that holds true. A bit of a little torch and twang, or we'll see what happens here. Again, no vocals, so we'll see. It's gonna be a little nerve-wracking standing out there without the music. Here we go.
And you're all right. Little country music for us to enjoy right now.
Yeah, it's definitely went down to Georgia or something like that. Of course, without the vocals. So, oh, very nice there. Lots of energy here. Courtney showed a little attitude in the corner there. She prepares for this pass, gets the crowd going with her, and lots of reaction here. Watching that line. You really see how the music kind of plays into this as it builds here. Anticipate this next move here. Standing right there in front of the judges, and big smile for him. She makes her way off the mat. All right, score for Aaron Flynn was a 8.65, and just reported here. See Courtney take a seat next to her teammates there. Jordan Curtis up for the Grand Ledge Comets. Shot to the floor there on the side you can't see over to the right. The rest of the Grand Ledge team is seated. ready to cheer their teammate on. With all that support surrounding the mat. It's a lot of it pouring on there while you're doing your routine. Fixing your hair here before she goes.
It's important to have good hair.
That's right. There you go. Obviously confident in the hair and walking out onto the court.
Ready
Has
to
the
do her
girls waving, realizing now that they're on camera, perhaps. Again, the salsa flavor seems to be predominant. They have spared our eardrums and kept the volume to a minimum.
Oh yeah, always popular with the fans.
Again, showing attitude out there on the mat. A bit of a techno undertone here, something you typically don't see amongst the high school students or gymnastics here. Um, but it seems to be working for her, so not going to complain. Really drives the whole thing here. And back handspring, a lot of them. Just kind of ends with the music and real abrupt, real deliberate movements there at the end. Appears that now Melissa Levy is making her way over to the floor, stretching out her arms. And just reported 7.8 for Courtney Van Dorpy. The crowd obviously pleased with that score and representative. Unfortunately, 7.9 is needed to qualify for the regional competition as an individual in this competition. There you go, and you hear the cheers again of Let's Go Melissa from the rest of the Haslett bench. So Courtney, however, has qualified already for the floor event. So she's probably not quite as concerned as getting that qualifying score at this point. And while we're waiting here, take this moment to remind you or tell you that Melissa Levy has also qualified for the regional competition. Oh, a different little twist here on the music, and hopefully the judges will appreciate that varying of the style, showing the versatility of the Haslett team, with the very country, the pop, the mamba. With the support of the crowd at her back, makes it through that pass. Still lots of energy here with the finish. Very nice.
Good finish.
And as the floor events continue, the sound continues to pour into the hallway, into the cafeteria here from the gym. And as the softball ends and the basketball ends, or whatever else is going on here tonight at the high school, people continue to pour on in here, even as we get into the later hours of the evening here. Kelly Maxwell up now. Again, Kelly Maxwell repeating or competing for the Grand Ledge Comets, and she's only a freshman here, so definitely that's a future in the Grand Ledge program. And the remnants of Derek's head, our quality camera crew there, right behind him, behind her, and struts onto the mat.
Our Grand Ledge is currently #1 in the district, so it should be a force to be reckoned with in the future.
It sounded like a vocal to me, but I think it was not in the music, so it's gonna be okay. It was coming from the crowd. And these mats apparently get a little slippery as the meet continues. Little swing action and roaring 20s. Look at that. Yeah, it's been rumored that this is her favorite event, and she's definitely showing it out there with this enthusiasm out there and showing why she likes doing this so much.
Score for Melissa Levy, 8.25.
And scores come in for Melissa Levy, 8.25 there.
Up next for Haslett, Chelsea Durgan. On deck for Grand Ledge, Amy Schmidt.
Up next for Haslett is Chelsea Durgan, getting ready to do her floor routine.
Appears that she is revving like a bull would before a bullfight. She's firing up.
Or wiping some substance from her feet. Chalk,
Yes.
perhaps.
Maybe. Sounds like the Bubblicious song. But it's not, so.
I do believe this is from the soundtrack to The Mask,
The Mask, I
starring
see.
Jim Carrey.
Well, people either really like Chelsea or they really like the music. I'm gonna go with Chelsea. That was a very nice move. I think this happy, uplifting kind of music kind of fits Chelsea's personality. Almost like a little music box kind of thing. You could open up and see a little gymnastics routine coming at you. So.
Chelsea showing good stamina throughout her routine.
Crowd seems to be right with her here as their heads bopping to the music and their hands clapping to it. So
Good job, Chelsea.
hopefully she's pleased with that performance.
Kelly Maxwell, 8.6.
The score for Kelly Maxwell was an 8.6.
Up next for Grand Ledge, Amy Schmidt. On deck for Haslett, Michelle Lilly.
And Amy Schmidt ready to take the floor for Grand Ledge as Michelle Lilly and her fan club prepare for her performance shortly after. There's Amy consulting with her coach there. Just working out those last jitters. Mental imagery of her routine right now. Just going through it. I'm sure she's practiced it many times. Really has it down. But again, the girl they call Mo. All right, she takes the floor.
Mo looks poised.
Oh yes, I remember when the Addams Family first debuted. It was a good day.
This makes you want to snap your fingers.
It really does. It really does. You can see people in the audience just snapping their fingers right along to it. Oh, there you go. She knows snapping the fingers. Right to the snaps. Look at that. Very nice accuracy. Legs stay together and solid. High pitched feedback coming through. That was nice.
Very high pitched feedback.
There you go.
Good routine.
Score for Chelsea Jurgen, 8.5.
Amy high-fiving her teammates, obviously recognizing the skill there.
Up next for Haslett, Michelle.
Chelsea came in from the floor routine here with an 8.55. And, Michelle Lilly takes the floor.
We are now being watched.
Michelle Lilly for Haslett. She's now consulting and preparing to go on. Michelle, she's already qualified, I believe, for this. Yeah, she has already qualified for the floor competition. Against the Mason, she actually placed first at the meet in the floor competition. So
She's definitely ready for this.
she's gonna move to it.
Very dramatic routine.
Yes. It's almost like she's going to war for gymnastics. Really hit that. Miss Lily here really showing her maturity in this song selection and being able to do the entire routine to match the tone of the music.
Oh yeah, you can see the intensity on her face.
Yes. Showing the attitude now on the floor and the intensity as she builds her way through that pass. Sticks it out there. A little trickery there.
Building up to the climax.
tons of support. We got a standing O here from the student section. All three of them. So, and the score for Amy Schmidt, 9.1. And as we prepare to wrap up tonight's competition, Angela Cosgrove takes her way over to the far side of the floor, underneath the Lady Vikings Let's Get Ready to Tumble banner. It's got to be a little intimidating standing in front of that.
Definitely.
She prepares here, waits for the judges to give her the okay. And we're off.
Kind of a safari music going on right now.
It's Jungle Safari, I'd say. So it's driving beat in the heart of the jungle here. Lots of height on that. Oh, nice.
She's showing a little soul in this routine.
Team right there next to her, cheering her on, giving her the support there.
Nice pass.
Very nice routine there, man. And you can see why Grant just chose to put her last. Quote, saving the best for last. So lots of energy for them. Michelle Lilly coming away with an 8.35, and the crowd obviously pleased with that score. The meet tonight is now coming to an end. We're gonna stay tuned here until we get a final posting here on the scores of the meet. We'll have a final score of the overall floor competition as well as the running score of the meet. So another team, both teams are going to make their way over to the cafeteria and do a little camaraderie bonding. Many of these girls may be friends. They've competed against each other in the past, or at least acquaintances. And we're going to go out there. And like we were saying, that's definitely something that makes this a unique sport. Really something special about it is the girls make their way to get some food out there. So, and as you can see, obviously this stuff cannot stay up here. We have basketball and volleyball, all those other sports that compete here at Haslett High School during the winter months. So after this, the girls are going to have a chore ahead of them, if you will, cleaning up the floor. It comes in many pieces, and all the beams and the bars in the vault here. So I'm sure many of the parents will get roped into doing that afterwards here. See, as we said before, if you would like to catch the girls in action in their meet here, you can come out next Thursday. They will be home here, 7 o'clock. It's the 10th of February.
4 days before Valentine's Day. I mean, yeah.
We don't pick the shots here. TV25 is the crew for that, so apologize for you guys still with us, but we thank you for staying on.
It is a good time to remind you that this is a family channel.
Score for Angela Cosgrove, 9.35.
And as the last scores are coming in, Angela Cosgrove, 9.35.
Scores for the floor,
We're getting the final tabulations here.
total for the meet, Haslett,
And as we record those, we'll keep this to you shortly here.
40.25.
All right, we were just informed that for the floor competition, Grand Ledge just edged out Haslett 35.85 to 32.95. They only take, although 6 people I believe compete, they only take the top 4 from each event there. So there you go. You can see it for yourself. The conclusion of tonight's meet: Grand Ledge 140.25, Haslett 123.75. It's a slight decrease in Haslett scores than what we've seen last week. Perhaps that's just because of the level of competition they were against this week, and the judging was done in a comparative manner. It's slightly less. Last earlier against Mason, they 126.6. But I hope to see them continue to improve as the thing goes on. So thank you for tuning in to TV25. We'd like to thank the excellent camera crew and staff we had working with us tonight this evening. We will see you hopefully here in the gym next Thursday, the 10th, as we compete here for the last home meet of the year. So if you'd like to catch that, make sure you're here. If you can also catch this game, thank you. I'm Chad Goldstein alongside Dave Sopowitz, reporting for TV25.
Thank you.
The Haslett Foundation is a voluntary 21-member group of Haslett residents, including representatives from the Board of Education and the Haslett School Administration. The foundation was formed in 1989 to generate resources to fund programs, activities, purchases, and events which typically fall outside the district budget. The foundation seeks to enhance the educational experience of all Haslett students and play a role in making the community a better place to live and work. Since its inception in 1989, the foundation has received contributions exceeding $250,000 and has contributed between $20,000 and $35,000 annually to the education of Haslett students. All parents and community residents are encouraged to participate as a trustee or volunteer for foundation activities. If you are interested in more information about the foundation or wish to make a contribution, you may write to the Foundation for Haslett Schools, P.O. Box 615, Haslett, Michigan, 48840, or call the Haslett School Administration Office at 517-339-8242.